This is the NFL on EA Sports as we join you from the so-called Space City, Houston, Texas. Tonight, we're on to week 2 in the NFL season. We got a good one on tap, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons and the Houston Oilers. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Ready, set! Ready?
Off the play fake, it's Ritter. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. But you look at this defense. They're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
This is 2nd and 8. A man who was a collegiate standout nearby in Austin. It's Bijan Robinson. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Ritter fires quickly out wide. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed that went right into the game plan. Attack them early, see if they're going to play any better, and if not, you keep the pressure on them until things change.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2, and that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8, now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Striker, 3.
Ritter off the play fake. Touchdown! A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has, the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week. We're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Point after try forthcoming. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Yardage here, back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Back to throw here. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's got White here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
So you look at this situation and the relocation. It's worked other places. You've got the 2 teams in L.A. Until recently, we had 2 out of the Bay Area. Of course, the 2 New York teams. Now 2 teams calling Houston home. And we know that they do things big here in Texas. And if these fans here are any indication, this city is ready to support a second team.
Back to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Touchdown!
Chris Godwin.
His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Oilers have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead.
His first career touchdown pass, and it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But CDU's...
Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose.
Well, it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
Oh, able to avoid him. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. Of course, remember last week, week number 1, quite the opener for him. NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he does not want to be a flash in the pan. He wants to have that type of a game each and every week. Let's see if he can get a second award in week 2 of the season.
Now Ritter.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Kyle Pitts, the intended receiver.
And that'll bring up second down.
You look at this defense.
Now they're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
Well, there wasn't anything wrong with them on that play, was there? Able to make a nice stop. Held them to no gain. The key to their defense, though, is exactly what the defensive coordinator told you and I. They've got to be consistent.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
But that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Ritter with it after the play fake.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
At the 45-yard line.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
First down, here's White. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, this defense for the Falcons, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
65 cats, 65 cats.
They'll look to throw here. Hard throw, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They'll set up to throw. And it is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Falcons 6.
Ready? Riggs, Riggs. Reload.
Here's White.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
70 Timberwolves.
They'll set up a throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is up to 8. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Come on, set.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? Because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
That's sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Cup 19.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Still going.
Oh, good move. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Oilers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he'll get it out near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Going play action. Ritter. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
2nd and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And his first throw here is incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 36.
Robinson up the middle.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. On play action, they'll throw. Under pressure, they got him again.
Joe Tryon-Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
Nice job on the return there, 16 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try to move the ball downfield, try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Dragon 60.
Now back to throw.
He'll get that out to the flat to White.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 26.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll look to throw. It's caught by Mike Evans. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
And the half will begin with a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. He'll drop to throw.
Here's White. They set up the screen.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
Looking downfield for Godwin.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
Let's go now.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Buffalo 18. Go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this throw will be intercepted.
Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 41.
But pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Okay, ready.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
He'll buy some time right.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Hassan Reddick, his 2nd sack of the night.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Traveler. Check.
White, he'll try the left side. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So they bring out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Returnable now for Allen. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23.
49 yards rushing for him now to this point.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Nothing fancy really on either side. They were just trying to punch in between the tackles, but could not get it done.
That felt very old schoolish, didn't it? Because we always talk about how we spread it out on offense nowadays and try and create some running lanes. That one was really tight. Go get it. A big pile of bodies. Didn't quite get there.
So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
Here we go. Trap. Trap 50. Trap 50.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through and was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they say to us. No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
It's a gain of 11, and it's third down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on fourth down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
This ball down the field for Pitts. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do, and right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. A huge play there for Houston. 51 yards. Back to throw now on first down.
Wilson. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Oilers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Allen hit. He lost the football. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted it up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Cup 19! Cup 19!
They'll look to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Back to throw again. Rolling to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So his first sack of the game, but CD, not his first of the season. He has shown an ability to get after the quarterback here early in his rookie year.
Yeah, and that just goes along with everything else we already knew about him. We knew his ability to tackle and to make plays behind the line of scrimmage. But any kind of pass rush you get almost seems like a bonus. I think they'll use him that way a lot more moving forward.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And he'll be out of bounds. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
It's a quarterback sneak, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Oilers up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And the return will stop right around the 25.
The third down pass. Intercepted. They'll take over first and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. They'll look to throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
2nd and 15. Well, it is caught right at the 10-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. He'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Oilers have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
42. Falcons 6.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. Now he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Ritter here on 3rd and 2. Pass pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Ridder looking to throw on 1st and 10.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Check smash, check smash.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
In motion right, Evans.
Hurt. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Maxine 19. Let's go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Buffalo 18.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That is caught. A huge play there for Houston. 45 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Give them 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 29-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
He'll get that out to the flat to White.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one is over a long time ago.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Red. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. 18, Pioneer.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Things are rocking easy here in the fourth quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1.
This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the third time. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught by Evans. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. This is caught by Evans. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
So, Charles, the bad taste from that opening week loss, that's just a memory now. This has been a very strong performance as they score once again.
Yeah, I know it's only week 2, but you're exactly right, because this team thought they let one get away in the opener. And not only were they determined to not let the same thing happen here, they knew that they had to correct a bunch of things. So everything that went wrong in game 1, they took care of business with it in game 2.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling again.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
The 1st down pass. Intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Looking downfield for Godwin. It's caught inside the 25. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Cup 19! Cup 19!
They'll set up a throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ball game.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
22 needle. Hut.
Hand off now to Robinson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Robinson will try to pick it up, and he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Let's go now.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. A final shot now for Ritter. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Come on, come on. Hit.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. And the Falcons are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. This game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for Houston, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Panthers next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.